folks, Joe Cool here, and Brie Larson Worldwide. We have some news about Brie Larson, but first, I want to thank everybody who is watching this channel from English-speaking countries or cultures. I appreciate that a lot. I think it's very important. I think one of the reasons why this is called Brie Larson Worldwide is because we have a range of cultures and a couple of languages, right? I really appreciate it. My English is not as good as I would like it to be. I would like to speak English with a perfect accent, which I don't have, and to be as fluent in English as I am in Spanish. I'm not there yet. I think as I continue creating this content, eventually I'm going to improve. On my way to that. So thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. And I was asked actually to make this video in English. I have people that really want to get to know what we're doing and to understand what I'm saying. So thank you so much. Thank you. Well, we had a number of news on Brie Larson. I think the main one is this New York Times article on her about what her year has been. So, for those of us who have been with her this year, probably there's not much new to discuss here, probably. But for those who have not been that close to Brie Larson this last year, well, this is a good summary of what her life has been through this last year. So yeah, I recommend you to read it. It's interesting, and as I say, it's a good summary of what has been happening with Brie Larson. So I recommend that. I probably discuss it with in more depth here in the channel, but go and look for it. Also, we finally have the Miss Marvel costume ready. This week we knew her suit. I think she looks incredible. I'm really looking forward to watch her with Carol. I think the hype for Captain Marvel 2 and to see these two together is only increasing. Something that have the haters very angry because they don't like it. All right, what else new, right? Yeah, so that is great. Um, and also, well, of course, we have this video, Brie,
Legs straight up.
that
Hold that for a little bit.
had fans,
Open up.
get in love with her because she looks
This
perfect.
is really
She looks
anti-aging.
wonderful,
So tight right there.
and as she
If
continues
you
practicing and training, she's going to look even
go a
better.
little
So
around.
great, go and look for it. It's great. But this is the video that I really want to comment today. It's about the guilty pleasures, um, and um, I think this video could have been better because of I think Mariah Smith. It wasn't. I don't know if it was her fault. Maybe because of the format. I don't know, but I feel that these subjects were quite interesting and they get quite shallow. But let's see. Let's hear Brie.
I love that. Um, yeah, but oh wait, that's actually something we wanted to talk about is like how people hold different. They were like, well, reality TV goes in the trash bucket,
Right.
but I think there is something important, and we've talked about this with pop music too. I talk about this with video games, that there's this idea that like the mainstream is bad, and that like it's only cool if you like the like rarities and like the thing that's hard to watch. And like, listen, I love something that's difficult to watch. Give me a 3 hour long subtitle black and white movie. I want that. I want to be in that lane. But also, like, why can't we say that reality TV is amazing and help?
All right, so I think this is a subject that is quite interesting because Brie Larson, as a complex person that she is, as a person that talks serious issues, as a person that likes to think a lot, people may think that all her interests should be like that, you know. And as she's saying here, she could watch a 3 hour black and white subtitle movie with no problem. She can do that. But she can also interest herself on simple matters such as reality TV shows. And having said that, I don't think, and actually it's something that is mentioned here, not all reality TVs are the same, of course, as with everything, right? There are some shows that are better than others. Some content is better than the content in other shows. But I really touch with that. And her other interest, which is pop music, um, it's also quite fascinating because as I was raised as a rocker, right? So hard rock, and as a teenager, I used to listen to Poison. That's a guilty pleasure for me now. You know, I was I would like to. I actually still like to hear Motley Crue, but I feel I'm not very proud of that. You know, because Vince Neil and all those guys, they're not somebody to feel proud about. You know, that's a guilty pleasure of mine. However, my point is, I used to think that people who listen to pop music, they were like superficial, shallow people that don't know better, right? That people that they only want to dance music without thinking, with no real interest in music, etc. And Brie Larson made me a lot less judgmental because Brie Larson is by far, more badass than I am or that I will ever be. She claimed the Tethons in Wyoming. She can lift uh, so, this so much weight in the gym. All right, she can do so many badass things, and however, she is so cute, and so uh, you know, she's she may not look like a badass, but she is a badass all the way. And I think it's an interesting debate about what music she knows. One thing is her interest in pop music, and another discussion, and a completely different discussion, is if that's all the music that she knows, which I think it's not true because she was a DJ for a long time to pay the rent when the acting stage wasn't paying off. So I think she has quite a vocabulary about music. But yes, pop music is like her guilty pleasure. And I think these subjects could have been discussed with more deeply than when it was discussed. And I think that was a letdown. I think there was a lot of room to discuss. So yes, I think that's interesting. Same with movies. Same with movies. When I was growing up, yeah, so I had some friends watching European cinema, and for me, maybe because my complex, I don't know. I'm not saying I was right, but for me, they were a little presumptuous. Like, come on. And on the one hand, I may be interested in that, and on the other, I like Star Wars and Indiana Jones and stuff like that. So again, I think it's very interesting. I would like Brie to talk more about that. Um, and so that's it. And the other thing, of course, it's about the hot dog. This segment, I already had it in a capsule.
Do you think that there are foods that we should feel guilty about?
Let's see.
But
What
I
was
knew
it?
it.
He liked to put his meat between two buns, right?
He
No,
did.
between two pieces of bread.
Yeah, don't be weird.
But wouldn't you argue that the bun of a hot dog creates two pieces of bread?
If
Okay.
I rip it in half.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is where it gets really contentious because what we are talking about here is it's a razor's edge, literally, of the what the two hot dog buns are being connected by. If there's any tear.
Okay, but also, why does there have to be a tear? Why does the bread have to be separated? Why can't it be conjoined?
If you put a bunch of hummus in a pita, do you call that a sandwich?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
it was so
wow.
nice having you on the podcast. Thank you, Courtney.
You've completely blown up everything I've known about reality.
But I believe we have settled the question.
So,
correct? A hot dog
of course,
is
it
a
was
sandwich.
funny
I just want listeners to know that we've
hear
actually brought this
Brie
up
discussing
multiple
with such
times, and we're acting
intensity
like this
about
is the
such a
first
trivial
time we've had to
matter,
bring this up
right?
to Courtney.
And her
We've
frustration
debated this
because
solidly 4 times
Courtney,
before
her
doing this
guest,
monologue.
claimed that a hot dog is a sandwich.
Called learning lots.
So she never
We're not
accepted that,
experts.
really.
Accept no
But it was
more
quite
than
fun.
we do.
I really like
Maybe we
this
accept.
part. I really like it.
So
So
today,
basically, this was the content I wanted to discuss with you.
that our
There are some other things happening that I will talk to you too. Please let me
So
know.
there you go.
Let me know in the comments.
We're
What
gonna
do you
roll
want me to talk
Courtney
about Brie
already.
Larson? What content you
I
think
think I'm finally
is more
accepting
interesting?
the
No,
dark
I'm
side.
sure.
This channel is yours. Please use it.
You're gonna stick to it.
This was Joe Cool for Brie Larson Worldwide. Keep loving Brie.